You're probably wondering, is AMC going to blow up like GameStop did? Well, let's find out. Hello and welcome to the Nordic Finance YouTube Channel, and today we're going over the short squeeze going on again on AMC Entertainment. So this is kind of the second time we've seen this happen with the Wall Street bets versus hedge funds type thing. I covered it last time in the GameStop videos. If you guys want to learn about short squeezes and how they work, check out those videos as well. They're pretty helpful for going over like the fundamentals. We'll cover those briefly in this video, but we're gonna go out to pretty much the 5-year chart, and we see some pretty obvious unnatural stock activity. This was kind of the last short squeeze. Here's the new one, and we're gonna scroll down to kind of the important headlines. This is by Bloomberg, and the short sellers, so this is the people that are actively, ignore that ad down there, these are the people that are actively shorting the company. They lost $1.3 billion. Now, for those of you that don't know what a short is, it's people looking to create a stock contract where you sell and later buy back the same equity, and pretty much what that means is they make money when the stock goes down. So when the stock goes up, they obviously lose a lot of money, and this brings us to $1.3 billion of losses. Now, there will be a follow-up video about the technical analysis and where the actual stop loss for these institutional traders likely is. Stay tuned for that video coming up. But so we see the stock surging 120% so far this week at the time of this article. It's up a little bit more since then. But what does this mean overall? So short sellers are starting to cover their shorts. They're starting to lose money, and they're starting to actually feel the heat of, this large price movement, up here at 33. That's getting up to likely close to the stop losses of a lot of those initial short positions. And we see kind of between order stacking, and we haven't seen any ladder chain attacks or any real advanced techniques for preventing price action. But so far today we saw a big spike, a bit of a sell-off. What are we looking at for next week? Well, an important number to keep in mind is 35. 35 is kind of where we were back in December 2016, higher prices. This is likely close to where some stop losses for short positions are set up, where hedge funds would have to start covering their shorts. And what that means is that when they have to buy back the stock on market, not only do they lose massive amounts of money having to buy back equities that they were previously betting against, but it takes a large amount of the stock off the market, giving the stock quite the rally. So if they have to start liquidating positions, it'll likely be around $35, which means if you kind of look back to what happened with GameStop, we saw some price action, saw some crazy stuff, people started getting excited. Then all of a sudden, GameStop broke previous all-time highs. The hedge funds started to actually cover their short positions, and we saw crazy surges. I think it was up 800% on the year at its high, and then settled at 200 or 300%. So if AMC did something like that, we would be looking at $80 a share after everything's said and done, and a spike of up to $200-300 a share if it was a true proper short squeeze. I'm not saying that's necessarily a price target. That's just saying that based on what happened with GameStop, large short interest, organized effort to revitalize the stock and undo these kind of dampening shorts, two factors come together, create a short squeeze. Now, this actually isn't the first time this has happened. This has happened in Volkswagen back in the 80s. For those of you that know a little bit of the stock market history outside of, just the current times, there has been a few short squeezes. They're not very common. Having them be this common is definitely a new occurrence, but overall, the idea of squeezing short positions is not a new concept. But like I said, 35 is a pretty important number because if we pass that, we're in true short squeeze territory. So stay tuned for next week's updated video for AMC. It'll be coming out this weekend. We'll be going over the technical analysis that I kind of touched on with the price targets, and that channel right there that I've highlighted is a pretty important one because it shows us kind of price action zones. But we'll be covering that in the next video. Stay tuned for it, and watch AMC closely. This could be a really fun, crazy surge like we saw in GameStop. Really high risk, obviously, and this is not investing advice. I'm just trying to let you guys know what's out there, what's going on. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.